Everyone, we're right here at Beverly Hills. I'm going to show you guys how to do a Matterport tour, and we're going to Beverly Hills house right here as a sample to it. So I got my tripod all fully set up. As you can see, about the size of my chest, I like to keep it about this much. I don't like to extend this out because when you pull this out, it gets wobbly. And if that happens to the Matterport tour, you'll get a notification on the camera saying that your camera is shaky, and that could cause your space to be misaligned. So you want to be careful with that. Make sure that your tripod is secure, you know, like the legs are firm and everything, and that's good. I like to keep it like this right now because it is pretty high ceilings, so it will look fine. However, if the ceilings were a lot smaller, like up to the size of like this arch, I would put this a lot lower. Maybe I'll close one side and keep it probably up to this height, because the camera is going to elevate it to about right here. So that's something that you want to keep an eye out. This house, there was some water damage on it, so we're going to be doing a Matteport tour for the insurance company, and it's a great client that we got blessed with to have, and you know, should be pretty fun. There we go, perfect. And again, it's high, right? It's up to my height, but it's gonna be really good height because the ceilings are high. And I got this case from Amazon. It's a really handy case. You know why? Because I'm able to put it on around my neck, and I'm able to have both hands free to carry the Matterport around. So that is super helpful. All right, so we're gonna open up our Matterport app, and then these are all our spaces that we've done. We're gonna do a new job. Right there we have the Beverly Hills. We're ready to go. We're ready to scan. If this was for real estate though, you know, you will want to make sure that everything is put away, that everything looks pretty and nice. Matterport, you cannot Photoshop anything out, and that's a request I get from people all the time. Can you Photoshop this? Can you Photoshop that? And the thing is that you can't do anything to Matterports other than, you know, maybe you trim the space or you do stuff like that, but you can't really remove things. Or if you know a way to do it, I would really like to know, but I've looked and I haven't found anything. Okay, so we're good to go. So we just go here on our iPad, and we're gonna press scan. Now, even though it doesn't matter, like I said, for this purpose, it's construction, so it doesn't really matter if I come out on the shot, but I'd rather not. I'd rather not come out in it anyways. So, all right, so then this thing's scanning it. It takes about 30 seconds or so. You look right here. It's gonna start aligning it. There you go, aligning your scan. And you're able to move the camera before it finishes aligning, so I could have moved it already to another place. But there you go, that's our first scan. It doesn't look like anything yet, but as we go, it'll be looking prettier and prettier. So let's just get this down. Thing about it, if you're gonna be doing a real estate shoot or anything that you need to be very detailed about, it doesn't have to be real estate. I've done some for hotels, I've done some for apartment complexes and stuff that they use for their website. If you're gonna be doing something like that, just make sure that you're doing every other like 3-5 feet. You're not moving too far away, so that it comes out better mapped. Well, not necessarily better mapped, but you have more spaces to show. That's always something that they prefer, at least Matterport prefer, 3 to 5 feet. But for this case, since I've done a couple of the construction company that I'm doing this for, they don't need it necessarily that close to each other. As a matter of fact, like they would like to have like just one of each section of the house, but I can't do that. It just won't map right. So, you know, so I try to do it as close as I can, but not necessarily like super close. So like I know if I put it up to about right here in the middle of the room, So that is like about maybe 10 feet from where I was. I was like right there. I was like right there, and now I'm right here. It's about 10 feet away. Preferably, I'd rather like not do it so far away. But like I said, for this scenario, it'll work out fine. And as you can see, like that number 8 is where I was, and I'm in the center of the room, and the center of the room is pretty well mapped out now. So if I do it from here, the Matterport app won't have an issue connecting those two spaces because it is pretty well mapped out from that spot. Again, everything will vary. Learn that as you go, that everything will vary depending on the space. And a lot of the, you know, there's houses that have a lot of curves, so they have a lot of, you know, walls and stuff. And so that will make your scanning a lot longer. It will make it take a lot longer too. So yeah, so just be aware of that you want to keep it as close as you can. And sometimes you get away with, when it's an open space, you get away with, you know, getting a little bit further apart. But you guys, a little problem that I'm encountering here. So this door won't stay open. You can see here, you know, I'm trying to do a scan right here, and the door is already closing on its own, right? So a solution to this would be get some door stoppers, you know, for that. The other door does the same, so maybe bring a couple door stoppers. So I'm trying to scan it from here, and as you can see, I'm getting a scan alignment error when I try to go inside the bathroom. Why is that? Because I did a scan here, and all the information that the camera is getting is that there's a door and there's a little crack. And I don't know if you can see right there on the 20, that's where I'm standing at right now. You see the little crack in there. So the camera doesn't know what's behind that door. That's why all doors must be open before you start the tour. You have this door closed, for example, and you want to do a scan in here, it won't work because the camera doesn't know where that thing connects to. So just know that you have to keep all the doors open. Now, unfortunately, this one doesn't open on its own, doesn't stay open, so I don't have any door stoppers on me. Should have brought some. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to try to improvise and go inside the bathroom and hold the door open without coming out on the shot. That's just the way that you gotta do it. But just want to show you that I'm encountering here right here, which is scan alignment error. Please move closer to the prior scan. Again, it's because that I'm trying to scan inside the bathroom, inside that little crack, and it's not enough information for the camera. So what I gotta do is scan again. So as you can see, it didn't work, because that would be number 21 inside, but it wouldn't work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this space real quick. I'm gonna delete number 20. Delete the scan, delete it. So now I'm back to 19. So I'm gonna do it from here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump in here, and I'm gonna try to hide behind the door and hold it open. That way the camera is able to capture inside this, and hopefully I'm able to do something on this side. So it's just one of those things you gotta try. Okay, so now as you can see, I did what I had to do. I had to hold the door open by myself, so there you go, it worked. Now I have the bathroom mapped out. So just maybe something to add to your little bag when you're doing Matterport, maybe some door stoppers. Or I've used my phone before. You know, I just put my phone on the bottom of the door to take it. So just get creative. And but yeah, just keep that in mind. You have to keep all the doors open. So if you guys want to do a scan of the exterior, as you may know, some Matteport cameras, unless you have the Pro 3, all the other Matteport cameras don't really work outside as far as like a 3D, as far as like keep continuing the scan. But you can do a 360 scan, which will be like a same type of photo, like a 360 photo that you can add onto the map. But it won't be like a spot. It'll be look a little bit different, but it still works. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna show you. So I got it out here on the outside. What we're gonna do, I hope you guys are able to see it. Right on top of the thing says options. You're gonna click on that. It's gonna open this thing which says 3D scan or 360 capture. Just press 360 capture. I already have it pressed, but just press that one. Okay, and then what you're gonna do, you're just gonna set the camera wherever you want it to be, and just go ahead and scan. Start it there. Now once it is done, it will appear at the very bottom, you're gonna see some new ones. Unfortunately, I got the glare out here, but you see it right there. Hope you guys are able to see it. That's your 360 photo, and then you can use that photo and add it onto your space, and I'll show you guys how to do that later. Okay, so we're all done with the Matterport Scan. The last thing to do here, it's gonna be to mark your windows and your mirrors, which is really important. I'll show you how to do that. So this is our scan. This is our floor, and we're gonna, for example, like right here, as you can see, there's some windows here. And I like to do this on site. However, I wanted to show it on the video, so I waited until I got home to do it. I can click on that photo just to remember what it looked like in case you forgot. This guy was on the way, so you can see there's like a window right here. Right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mark this window out right now. So the way we're gonna do that, we're gonna go right here to this side. I'm gonna press this time, and then this says windows, mirrors, and trim. Right now we're gonna mark windows, so it's already marked there. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna add a window right here on the bottom. See the window appears here, you're just gonna drag it over to where you're gonna put it at, and you're gonna put one dot on one end, and then the other dot you're just gonna move it over to the other end, like so. You can see that the arrow's pointing inside, as in inside the house. So if it was showing this way, you just tap on the arrow and it flips, and that's it, right? And then you can do another window. So we're gonna add another one. As you can see on this side, there's another one. So I'm just gonna take it over here, and I'm gonna put it right there. And that's it. Now a mirror, for example, inside the restroom, and like I can go inside this photo number 57. That's a restroom, so I know there's one mirror right there, and then there's a window there, there's another mirror there, and that's it. So we have 2 mirrors and 1 window. So we're gonna do that. We're just gonna go click this again. We're gonna do add window, and then right here, our window was on this side by the tub. There we go. And then our mirror was right here. So click mirror, and right here on this side, add mirror. So this one says front. All right, so I'm gonna bring it into where the mirror was, and it was a really skinny mirror. So we're just gonna put it over the sink, and then you can drag it in. So if you gotta zoom in, just zoom in so you can work on it a little bit better. So you can see, you can just tap one end and you can move it around. Okay, perfect. And then zoom out a little bit more, and then we're gonna add another mirror that was on the other side. So we're just gonna put it right here and right there. I mean, try to do it as perfect as you can, as accurate as you can. Just again, click the thing to flip it, and that way it will work out a lot better. So as you can see, I have a couple other windows to do. That's it. I'm gonna finish that up, and I'll show you guys the last step. All right, so all done with the windows and the mirrors. Last thing to do, I'm just gonna go ahead and do upload on top. Okay, and as you can see, I got a couple. I'm almost out of spaces, so it's fine. Upload, and that's it. We're just gonna wait for it to upload, and it should come up on your computer later on your email. You'll get an email saying that it's ready to go, and that's it. Guys, enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful for your first Matterport tour, or if you have questions about how to do better Matterport tours. Been doing this for 6-7 years and haven't had any issues yet. So, you know, if you have better practices, share them on the comments, because I'll love to learn so many other tips. It'd be great. All right, guys, see you guys later.